whether you are at once with yourself as to who you are. The silence, the awareness, call it consciousness, whatever name you like. Whatever you are conscious of, those are thoughts. Memories of a million kinds. Who you are is not what you are conscious of, but the consciousness itself. It's like come to a level of physical body. You see with your eyes. Your eyes help you. They report all that you see. But your eyes do not produce what they see. The stars, the mountains, the ocean, the trees, your home, everything that is seen, visualized, are not your eyes. Like your ears listen, report the sounds of many kinds, but your ears are not a sound. It reports my speech, your children talking at a distance, the birds singing at a distance. Your ears are not what you hear. Your eyes are not what you see. Your tongue is not the food. The taste of which it reports. Neither your nose with the fragrance of the flowers that it reports. Same way with you. True to the perception, what your ears hear, eyes see, skin touches, tongue tastes, nose smells. So many thoughts are around. And those thoughts, the subtle impressions, memories of so many kinds, cannot be visualized by your eyes, ears, skin, tongue, or nose. Sense organs cannot report your thoughts. Your thoughts are beyond your physical perception. Thoughts, you are conscious. So long before thoughts appear, you are already the consciousness. as in eyes report the object, do not produce it. Who you are, the consciousness, the eye of the eyes, they call it as third eye, the eye that is wisdom, awareness. It illumines, reports your thoughts. They don't produce your thought. Since thoughts are produced, created in time, you have to wait for the thoughts. You can't wait for consciousness. Perceptions you have to wait for. Your eyes are there. If you want to see Himalayas, you have to go there. Perception of a particular object, you have to wait for. But perception as such, you don't have to wait for. You are continuously seeing, hearing, listening, touching. Even when there is no sound, you are still listening. Your ears report the silence. You are conscious. But to see a particular object, hear a particular sound, you have to travel distances in time and space. But perception is continuous. So also for a thought to begin, you have to create a thought. Use your senses. Bring them in contact with the sense object. Then only a thought, a memory can be induced. You want to see the Himalayas? You want to have the thoughts of Himalayas? You have to go there. See the mountain range. Create that memory. You can say, you can look at a photograph and create that memory. That photograph will be so limited. And your eyes see that. Himalayan ranges, hundreds of miles stretching in all directions. The photograph is few inches by few inches. And you are stuck with a picture. Same way about yourself. When you listen to the scriptures, you can create memories of many words. Ajaha, unborn, nitya, eternal, Shashwata, Purana, ever existing. It's like a picture. But the reality is the meaning of the word unborn. The meaning of the word eternal. consciousness, the meaning of the word consciousness, who you are, already existing. That is why when the memories can be forgotten, listen carefully. Memories can be forgotten. In time, thoughts fade away. Memories go into oblivion. Consciousness, yourself is not a memory to be forgotten. That is why when the objects, people, sensations, memories can fade away, self, the awareness, who you are, unforgettable, ever existing. You don't produce it, nor it can be dismissed. So the moment you close your eyes, as much you are with yourself, as in when you open your eyes. When you close your eyes, your perception suspended, consciousness not suspended, ever there. When you open your eyes, perceptions resume, consciousness, self continues. And that is what we saw yesterday, Swatantryam, the freedom of absolute kind. Who you are, the existence, consciousness, independent of every perception, thought, memory, sensation, description of any kind. Your body is born, growing, aging, shall disintegrate. Your perceptions begin and end. The thoughts begin, play around, fade away. Consciousness, who you are, unborn, ever remain the same. The body, born, grows, disintegrates. Who you are, unborn. There is no growth in the infinite, nor it fades away. Shiva, Shiva. Be that Shiva, the auspiciousness, immortality. Through the shower, the dying, changing bodies of the universe. None through the dying and changing situations of life. None through the changing, fading, appearing, disappearing thoughts. You are the changeless, immortal, existence. Swatanta, absolutely independent. When your perception depends on your eyes, or the opposite, your memories depend upon your perception. The consciousness that you are, independent of a perception or a memory. Long before perceptions begin, thoughts begin, you are already conscious. That is the beginningless, endless existence. Suddhananda. My speech, the words that I speak, makes you conscious of my speech, my word. But I don't make you conscious. Because you are conscious, I speak to you. Not that because I speak to you, therefore you are conscious, or consciousness. Even when my speech comes to an end, the books are closed, the words are no more spoken. When your ears can no more listen, when your thoughts have long faded away, you are still consciousness that you are. Sure, sure. You see this very clear as to who you are. You don't have to wait for a word to be spoken or not spoken. You don't have to wait for a thought to come or a thought to be dismissed, or you to be conscious. That is why. That is the Paramam Sukham. This independence is the absolute bliss. It has no cause, no reason. thought makes you happy. In its absence, you will be miserable. The absence of a thought brings you comfort. The presence of a thought will be a distraction, agitation. The presence of a perception, sensation, makes you happy. The possibility of its absence will frighten you. Or if a sensation causes you unhappiness, its presence will frighten you. Your happiness, being who you are, is enough. That is the bliss of infinite kind, uncaused, independent. You are as much at home with the presence of a thought, that much at home in the absence of it, as much at home with the health of your body, that much at home with the disease of the body, as much at home by living with the body, that much at home when the body is disintegrating. It's the nature of the body that it shall disintegrate. The nature of the creation that they must change. The nature of your sense organs that they are weakening and aging. The nature of your mind must change. That is the nature of everything in this universe. It's continuously changing. In the midst of all these, who you are is changeless, presence. So be that changeless, the meditation eternal. Be with the changes as long as it lasts. This bliss, nature of yours, is same whether it is dawn or the dusk, day or the night, childhood, youth or old age, summer or winter, rain or spring, body healthy or disintegrating. In every condition, it is the unconditioned, independent, absolute, imperishable existence. Else, in your life, when you see who you are, there is no resistance of any kind, nor there is a mindless craving. as much you are at rest with yourself, and therefore at rest with every thought, every perception, every person, every situation in life. It's like the space that remains the same, never is shaken by a turbulent cyclone, a massive typhoon. Is not shaken by a huge earthquake, nor is it drowned by an inundating flood. The fire doesn't burn it. The space survives it all. It cannot be buried. No amount of earth can bury the space. Same way, who you are. No thought can drown it. No condition of the body can affect it. No condition of the creation can dismiss the awareness that you are. That is the fearlessness, the blissful, call it happiness, freedom, existence, your own nature. And everybody is same in that. No ups and downs, no high and low, no inferior or superior, no divine, no mundane. Samam hi Brahma. Brahman, all pervasiveness, same in all the beings. And you don't have to wait for it. It's just ease. Always ease. There is nobody to wait for it. There is nothing to wait for. There is no sense of waiting in consciousness. You can wait for a thought, a particular time to come, a place to be reached, an object to be gained. But you can't wait for happiness, immortality, freedom, love. Immortality of any kind. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So friends, you please see these things very, very clearly as you have been going through this text, but there is no dependence on the text. Listen carefully. You can expose yourself to the teaching. You don't develop a dependence on the teaching or the teacher. You have beautiful thoughts, but you don't develop a dependence on the thought. Because the whole attempt in a teaching, the right type of teaching, is to help you to understand, be who you are, and not what you become. You pick up a thought, you pick up an idea, you don't pick up the consciousness, you don't pick up the truth, who you are. So much in life, always, we have been picking up, like poor beggars, picking up rags in the street of life. Nothing, never is enough. Continuously picking. And the basket is always empty. The hands are always empty. Even after so much of picking, still the person will say, miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. There is no sense of fulfillment to say, Abba, enough. Not because you are tired, but because you are fulfilled. At the end of the day, a tired person also can say, enough. But that is more an expression of tiredness, depression. A happy person says, enough. Meaning, even if the day, even if the night doesn't come, the day doesn't end, the night comes to an end, it makes no difference. When you are fulfilled, when you say enough, you are not waiting for your body to die away. A frustrated person, when it will all end, can't take it anymore. You are waiting for an end. In fulfillment, you are not waiting for a beginning, you are not waiting for a continuity, you are not waiting for the end. It is there, excellent. Continues, fantastic. Ends, beautiful. Why? Because body begins, continues, ends. Even your relationship begins, continues, ends. Your perceptions begins, continues, ends. Your thoughts begin, continue, fades away. But you don't begin. I say who you are. So the teaching, where it helps you to point out as to who you are. The absolute independent existence. Who you are is not produced by the books. Like any book, the geography book, when it talks about the countries and continents, they don't produce the countries and continents. In the science book talks about atoms and protons and all that stuff. They don't produce those stuff. They are already there. The book talks about it. Because of a book, it doesn't come to existence. Because it is there, the book talks about it. So because of the book, you are not infinity. immortal. Because you are immortal, absolute, book talks about it. You are immortal not because teachers talk about it. Because you are it, the teachers reveal it. That is why no teacher takes pride in revealing the truth. Nor he gets frustrated if the person doesn't understand the truth. Because even if the person doesn't understand, he is immortal. See the beauty of it. What a lovely revelation. You can continuously revel in that. Even if when you do not know it, you are immortal. Even if you don't accept it, you are the existence itself. So that is where it comes. As you listen, please, let it not be a lullaby. You depend on those ideas, thoughts. As you listen, you be. So when you don't listen, you are still who you are. Understand? Even when you don't listen, you are who you are. There will be time in life, maybe chances will not be there, maybe teacher is not there, books are gone, your eyes are finished, you can't read, maybe ears are deaf. That is why earliest age, when you are 15, 16, 20, 25, grab it, listen to it. Long before eyes are finished, ears are disabled, thoughts are forgotten, body cannot move, you better see the truth for yourself. Same thing about God. Long before your legs and hands can take you to the temple, long before your hands can be raised in prostration, in honoring the God, worshipping the God, long before your tongue is incapable of speaking, you better transplant that God from the temple to this moving temple of a body, where He is there. Deha Devalaya Prokta, Dehi Devo Maheshwara. So that is the tradition. So beautiful. So see these things very clearly. Very, very clearly for yourself. Swatantra, that is the Swatantra. It is such a beautiful verse. I hope yesterday you listened to it and enjoy your absolute freedom. A political freedom is no freedom. Some freedom, yes, it's better to be politically free than to be colonized. A social freedom is not a freedom. It's a relative kind, it's fine. That is why everybody doesn't want political freedom, because some people like to be ruled. Who wants to think over ruling? Let somebody do the job. Like children, they don't want to decide anything for themselves. The parents do it, fine. You don't want to drive, let somebody drive. But this knowledge, listen carefully, those are all little freedom, that's relative stuff. But that's not the real freedom. Sometimes you can lose it. Lose it in a sense, it was better when somebody was ruling. It was better when I was following these rules. But in case of being yourself, the absolute freedom, being who you are, that is the time, no more you expect that it should be like that or should not be like that. I am happy as I am. The happiness, call it consciousness, call it Sat, Chit, Anand, bliss of absolute. So you move independently. You carry your happiness wherever you go. You carry your freedom wherever you go. As the Upanishad, this description is there, no? Yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadhi. Wherever thoughts move, they are the samadhi. You are not waiting for samadhi. You are not waiting for a sunrise or a sunset to meditate. You are not waiting for an air-conditioned room with soft music, fragrant, atmosphere for meditation. Huh. Existence is an independent condition. You are always there. You are it. So as you listen, please see that very clearly. And once you see it, what happens? Just listen, read that verses, okay? We shall continue. Verse number 52, please read. Uchrunkalapi krutikam stiti dhirasya rajate natu saspruha chittasya Santi mudhasya krutrimam vilasanti mahabhogi vishanti girigauharan nirasta kalpana dhira avadha mukta buddhaya vilasanti mahabhogaihi vishanti girigauharan nirasta kalpana dhiram avadha mukta buddhaya. See the beauty, naturalness of this wisdom, effortlessness, naturalness of this wisdom that you are. Even if, listen carefully, even if you don't want, still you are free. It's like the space. In whatever condition, doesn't matter it's a freezing winter, scorching summer, heavy rain, the space is space. The space is not drenched, the space is not frozen, the space is not scorched. The space is space. That is how you are. Your body shall go through every changes. That is why the name of the body is Deha in Sanskrit. They call it Deha. Deha means what? Dahyate iti Deha. Dahyate, that which is burnt. Burnt. Burnt means what? Scorched every moment. Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adidaivika tapehi dahyate. This is continuously being affected by Adhyatmika, meaning Atmanam adhikritya vartate, that which comes from this body. The body by itself is growing on changing. Somebody is not changing it. It is continuously aging. You are not helping the body to age. Even if you don't want, it will go away. Also it is affected by Adi Bhautika. The world around also will affect it. The sun, the air. Suppose there is a massive cyclone. What can a body do? Tsunami. Your body is taken away. Earthquake. Buried. Adi Bhautika. Okay, these are this earthquake and other things like Adi Daivika. You don't know why it happens, what happens. Like Adi Bhautika is like Bhutanam adhikritya vartate. Like you are going in the forest, suddenly a tiger jumps on you. You are walking down the street, boom, boom. One terrorist nowadays, they are like mushrooms. You are walking down, happily walking down the street, boom, one bomb blasts. 100 people dead. You are out. For no fault of yours. This possibility is there for the physical body. All these three fires that comes from within, from the environment, from the unknown. You cannot escape. But yourself, who you are, untouched, it remains. When you see this, who you are is absolutely natural state. Understand? Why do we feel affected? Because all that is dying, changing is natural, not natural to me. Listen please. It's a very, very natural urge in every human being. There is not a single human being who feels comfortable dying, aging. Why? Because your nature is ageless, deathless. There is not a single human being. You cannot get one fellow, one person, who can say, it is so nice to be old. If the person says like that, nice to be old, either he is a wise man or he is stupid. With average person cannot take aging, dying. I am going to give a good news. What is that? In 24 hours he will be dead. The fellow will collapse. Yesterday it came in the newspaper. It came. One man saw his own shop catching fire, dropped dead, heart attack. He saw his little shop catching fire. Whew. Have you not seen? Some people are so involved. Naturally, like a mother, see the child suffering, child being crushed by the something, dropped dead. The father, mother, lover, beloved, any time it can happen. Because you can't accept aging, changing, death. Because your nature is ageless, changeless, deathless, imperishable, natural. That is why nobody ever feels old. Oldest person, 120-year-old, ask him, yeah, body may be old, but I am not old. True. He's speaking the absolute truth. People think he's joking. That's not joke. Go to a dying person in a hospital. He shall say, I have a very strong faith, I will not die. True. Who sends these whispers? These are the whisperings of immortality. I will not die. Because true, you are never dead. How people survive concentration camp? How do you survive the tortures, torments of your own relatives? How do you survive the helpless condition of your body? No, everybody does not know Vedanta, Upanishads, everybody not exposed to the absolute knowledge. How does the average person survive? How does a prisoner survive the prison sentence? Unconsciously, everybody taps into the absolute, unconsciously. When you consciously taps into yourself, oh boy, when you are consciously being yourself who you are, your life is an absolute celebration. And that's what he talks about. Uchrungalapi akrutika sthiti dhirasya rajate. Dhirasya, dhira means the wise person. Dhira. Dhira. Dhim, buddhim, vishayabhya rati pratigranhaditi dhira. One who is capable of withdrawing unto himself from the sense organs absolutely effortlessly. Meaning, if you are with yourself, the sense organs do not follow you. Are you getting that point, please? Mahadeva. Incidents do not follow you. You allow to be followed, to be hunted by the incidents by carrying the thoughts and identify with the thoughts. An incident has happened 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back, 30 years back. Everybody doesn't remember. Some people remember that. And they live in that past. When naturality is going away, you are holding on to it. That is how you are haunted by the past. Past doesn't haunt you. You have allowed yourself to be dragged, to be hunted by the past. Because incidents don't follow you. Are you getting that point, please? The places do not follow you. You go back from India, you come back from Paris. The Paris doesn't follow you, but the memories. You eat something, you meet somebody, it's finished. But memories? Lucky, and the best part of it is, and the object of happiness can be a memory, happiness is not a memory. When object of love is a memory, the love itself is not memory. You have to call it love, call it happiness, call it self, call it consciousness. Akrutrima. Akrutrima means absolutely natural. Krutrima means artificial. Artificial means made, invoked, produced, organized in time. If you want to eat palau, let us say you want to eat a sweet, you have to produce it. Krutrima. Music is not natural. When I say music is not, sounds are natural. Artificial combination of sounds, not natural. That is something you have to make it. That is, there is a competition. Who can make better intonation? Who can make sort of nice, better words, lyrics, all that stuff. The taste of the vegetable is natural. Spices, a spiced vegetable are natural. What happens? People don't like, they have lost the taste of vegetables. They like the taste of the spice. I want Thai vegetable. Why? Same brinjal, but it must be done in Thai ways. I like Italian brinjal. The brinjal prepared in an Italian way. Same potato, but must be Kashmiri aludam, Kashmiri vegetable. So what do you want? Are you like potato or you like Kashmiri potato? Happiness is yourself. No, I want cinema happiness. It's not the happiness as such me, but it must come through movies, through food, through sex, through sound, through touch, through taste, through smell. Then only I like it. So we have been so, are you getting that point? We have lost sight of the naturalness. What the Upanishads do? They help us to go back to the natural state. As to you are the happy, the content of everything. And that is why, listen carefully, the beauty, the taste of the vegetable may be overtaken by the tasty spices or miserable, useless spices. But the taste of the vegetable remains as it is. So through your ups and downs of life, consciousness remains as it is. Whether it is cinema happiness or frustration because you could not see it, you remain the same. Do you understand the point? You are always the same. Certain incidents, other people are fine, you are fine, everybody is fine, wow, 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 you are happy. When something goes wrong, the person becomes miserable because you depend on those artificial conditions for your happiness. Now I like music, when it is perfect Shruti, I like it. Why don't you enjoy the hilariousness when somebody is doing Apashruti? The fellow doesn't even know how to sing, wow, crazy. In our batch, I was telling you, one brahmachari was there, can't sing for nuts. I can't sing like him, impossible. Even if you try, you can't do that because Apashruti, Apashruti, Apashruti. He can't sing. But after singing, he shall ask everybody's commentary. How was that? How was that? It's like a person makes stupid food and after then I tell him, how is that food? How was it? How was it? What shall you say? You cook so nice, but if you don't cook, it will be so better. So like that people tell, how are you, how was the music? So nice, you sing very well, but if you don't sing, it is so nice. Enjoy. Have you not enjoyed children drawing a pumpkin as a mango? They draw the mango as a car. Some fancy line here and there. What do you say? Oh baby, fabulous. Oh, this is the best drawing. Picasso must imitate it. Huh? Why? That is the naturalness. It doesn't have to be a flawless universe. Everything, there will be some flaw. There will be some limitations. Understand? Flawlessness is one dimension which is irreplaceable. Flaws, growing dimensions. Mistakes, how many varieties? Lies, how many kinds? Truth, one. Are you getting that point, please? Who you are, the absolute truth is one. The lie about you, your body, that is why when you show you, suppose you are now, let us say 75, and you show your 5-year-old picture, people will say, is it really you? Now you are 200 kilos, and that time you are only 30 kilos or 50 kilos, or very nice, handsome to 15-year-old. Is it really you? Is it you? Why? The body has changed, and it will change. How many expressions of flaws? Infinite expressions. Truth, one. Changeless. So enjoy these changes. People who is rigid, krutrima, it will come next verse, it's so fantastic. That is why the wise man, uchrungala means the language, you cannot believe it. You cannot take so much of freedom. Not many people are geared for that. Shrunkala means discipline. Shrunkala means limits. Uchrungala means unrestricted. It haywire. Doesn't do the right thing. Whatever it does, that is right. Doesn't think right thing. Whatever thoughts come, that's right. Why? In a landscape, what is the best landscape? You go to the desert, it's a desert landscape. Mountain landscape. Every landscape is beautiful. Are you getting that point? Every landscape is beautiful. Unless you are stuck, there should be grass, there should be flower, there should be water. Then only perfect. You are stupid. You can be nice too, doesn't matter. But you don't give the chance for the infinite to play about. That can be desert landscape, so beautiful. Just like rolling hills, you have got rolling sand. Wavy, the ocean of sand with waves of hills, sandy hills. Amazing sight. Uchrankalapi akrutrima sthiti dhirasya rajati, for the dhira, the wise person, where there is no more any attempt to withdraw, but he is always with himself. Even if thoughts of so many kinds appear inside him, whole world is changing upside down around him. Rajate, he shines in infinite glory, undisturbed, unaffected. Whereas, Mudhasya Shanti Krutrima, fabulous line. Mudhasya Shanti Krutrima. Mudha, the person who is Mudha, ignorant, Mohagrasta, who is ignorant, and is stuck to certain conditions for his sake, for the happiness. That is the Mohagrasta. What is peace? Peace is when there is no sound, when my wife is asleep, my children are not shouting, my husband has gone away, Appa, Nimmadi, very peaceful. Krutrima, those are all unnatural, artificial. Why? Saspruha chittasya, because your chitta was spruha, your mind fulfilling a condition, and therefore feels it is very nice, it will not last. Why? These conditions will change. So the person who is not happy with himself, he can create a condition, listen, he can create a condition to be peaceful, like people do it in yoga, or people do it in the so-called meditations. Somebody watches a movie, Krutrima, they create an artificial ambience of restfulness, like go to a modern day safari or like a resort. Everything is spick and span. Beautiful blue seas, white sand, coconuts have grown in a particular way, the grass is cut in a particular way, the swimming pool and the sea completely coming together. Amazing. It's so beautifully kept, you don't even feel like walking on it because you think you'll disturb it. Krutrima. The bedroom is so beautiful, the dining hall is so nice, everything is so organized. Person is walking there, working there, miserable. Saspruha chitta, because this is how it should be. If it is not there, how? You go there, how many people complain? Why? Because when they came up, the room was not made. The food was okay, but it is a little burnt. Because it's like the more you get to this artificiality, your threshold for tolerance goes down and down and down. 6:35 it should come, the train should appear, or the plane should come. 6:36, blood pressure. Just think of it. Because the person is not settled inside. Not that the settled person inside shall encourage indiscipline, lack of punctuality. It's not like that. You are settled in yourself. In case something somewhere goes a little haywire, it doesn't matter. Or even if it matters to you, you can tell there, outside, but inside you are unruffled. Only you can know that. Whereas when you create an artificial quietude, like nice music, beautiful smell, fragrance, a nice cool place, and everybody sitting down straight and this way, that way. Oh, it's like they immobilize your mind. They immobilize your mind by they seduce your mind to a silence. For that you pay for it. You have to pay for that. You have to pay for that music, you have to pay for that food, you have to pay for that touch, you have to pay for that taste. You have to pay for it all. And deep within, sometimes you shall be afraid, it will come to an end now, it is finishing. So that is not Shanti, it is Krutrima, it is artificial. Whereas Akrutrima Shanti, when you are totally, absolutely natural, you are happy because you are who you are, Uchrangalapi, even if there is unrestricted movement of thought, unrestricted actions, whatever may be the conditions prevailing in the earth, in the whole universe, you are absolutely blissful. Deep within, you are untouched. Your physical body can go through pangs of hunger, disease, pain of any kind. Inside you are unruffled. Who shall see that? Only you can feel it, understand. Who you are, only you know. Whether you are acting from the standpoint of a role or you are acting from the standpoint of yourself, only you shall know. Others will not know. That is why, however wise man you may be, you can be misunderstood. However enlightened you can be, even God, Krishna, how much misunderstood? Rama, how much misunderstood? You can say stories. That's why stories are told just to provide you human dimensions to this. So you see for yourself. Saspruha chittasya shanti mudhasya kutriya mudhasya sanspruha chittasya. The mudha, deluded, who is one? Spruha, who has got definite desires, definite expectations. That happiness is drinking Coca-Cola, or happiness is listening to the music in the evening. Meditation is sitting quietly half an hour in the early dawn. Such people, that half an hour they can be very peaceful. Next 23.5 hours miserable. Happiness is listening 1 hour scripture every day. That 1 hour you are, forgetting everything. Other people are also safe from you, no problem. But after that you are in trouble, people are also in trouble. No good. Please, being yourself. Such people, one who is thus absolutely happy, at rest with himself, Bilasanti Mahabhogihi Vishanti Girigavaram. The contradictions in terms, amazing. Range of, call it pleasure, call it bliss, is something amazing. Bilasanti Mahabhogihi, with great pleasures. Indulgences of any kind, Mahabhogehi Bilasanti. They are luxuriating in life with the greatest of the luxuries. And the same person, without blinking an eye, Bishanti Girigavaram, goes into a cave. Doesn't feel denied. Oh, I was living in such high-flying, wonderful palaces, 100-bedroom palace with 2,000 people serving me. For every toe there is a person pulling it. Huh? And now I am in helpless in a cave. There is nobody. Oh my God. No. As much blissful in the palatial pleasures, that much blissful in the cave-like simplicity. Yogarato va bhogarato va. Sangarato va sangavihina. Yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati eva. Yasya chittam brahmani ramate, whose mind, who is reveling continuously in himself. He is himself. He is not his role. Remember that. Any time you suffer, remember you have moved away from yourself. There is no suffering in the world, there is no confusion, there is no suffering, there is no pain, there is no conflict, there is no jealousy, there is no inferiority, there is no superiority, there is no anxiety, unless you have moved away from yourself. There is no such also ecstasy, which later on converts itself to agony, is not possible unless you have moved away from yourself. That is why the forgetfulness itself is the biggest agony. Comes in Sanat Sujatiya. Pramadam vai mrityum brabhimi. The teacher tells the student, I shall tell you, for the wise person, death is not the death of the body, but the forgetfulness. When you forget yourself, as though you move into the realm of death. When you are with yourself, immortal, absolute. So such a person, Bilasanti, Mahabhogihi. Now everything is there. Yogaratova, Bhogaratova. Now yoga. Total austerity, total self-denials, wonderful. Bhogarata, now total indulgence. Sangarata, now surrounded by thousands of people. Sangavihina, total isolation. With everything, with nothing. Height of the youth, depth of the old age. height of health, total depth of disease. It doesn't matter. You are yourself. You take care of the physical body as much as you like. But you do not lose sight of yourself. Yasya chitta brahmani ramate, one who revels in himself, nandati, 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 always in ecstasy, absolute ecstasy. It is an uninduced ecstasy. There are drug-induced ecstasy, food-induced ecstasy, sex-induced ecstasy, pleasure-induced ecstasy, money-induced ecstasy, power-induced ecstasy. It's all ecstasy. Some people are power-mad. That's the biggest aphrodisiac. I am the Prime Minister going around. The day they disappear, my God, they commit suicide. I am the Managing Director. I am the Governor General. Oh. I am the, suppose you are among the renunciates also. I am the gurus of 10,000 people. You understand? Power mad. Some people aspire to be like that. They aspire to be powerful. Power mad. The induced state of ecstasy, power, money, position, wealth, sense experiences, sound, sight, touch. People are proud. The guest singer Subbalakshmi, yes, into our house he was coming and singing. In my father's time, she will come and she'll sing. That means you are stupid, you don't get even a chance to listen to the, recording also. Sound, touch. Have you ever touched a lion cub? My grandfather had a lion cub. Now you are finished. Did you shake your hand with the Governor General? The Obama other day came? Yes. We shook hand. It has come yesterday in the paper. Hugs and handshakes for the Prime Minister. It is so important that you have to hug and shake hand with the world leaders. The world leader is also shaking his hand with his cook. No, think of it. You must think of it. However maybe top person you are, know that there are 5 to 10 very ordinary people around them. His cook, yesterday one article has come about our Prime Minister's cook. That when he is moving with so much of energy, who is providing him the energy? 15 years back, one small boy from a village in Rajasthan had come to his house. He had saw him in a party office. That person cooks nicely, so he picked him up. Then as he is growing up also, he is going with him. Now he knows all his personal needs. So in a trip, the person naturally packs everything, packs the cook also. Why? He must cook the food, he must keep the dress, because you know him. You can be Mr. Power or Mrs. Power, but your husband is a very ordinary person. Your wife can be a very, very ordinary person. Does it not happen? Your driver, your cook. So shaking hand with the power is such a bliss. Huh? So you are less than that. Huh? But this is the type of crazy ideas. Fan club. Fan club means everybody goes, oh, I want to touch him. Right, what? Every day somebody is touching him. What has happened to him? You understand how the mind has gone crazy? Power mad. Power induced excitement. Pleasure in food. Have you tasted Ethiopian food? If you say yes, have you tasted Congolese food? You don't know. Until you say no, the fellow will tell you. To make you feel miserable. Smell, fragrance. What are you using? Oh, we are using the Dubgati, these joysticks and all that. But we have got special fragrance, custom made, only few people. Oh. That is how people become, they have a sense of superiority. So that, how do you become superior? By making other people feel inferior. By making other people feel inferior, you feel superior. Some people take upon themselves to destroy bigger people so that they become the giant killers. Gandhi everybody remembers. Godse also everybody remembers. Why he killed him? No. Think. By proving, destroying everybody, by making somebody feel inferior, you feel superior. In this knowledge, you feel absolutely superior and you make everybody feel absolutely superior. In fact, if the other person doesn't feel the same way as you feel, you go crazy as to why are you not free? That is wisdom. Therefrom comes the natural restlessness, a very creative restlessness. As much infinite absolute I am, that much infinite absolute everybody is. Don't suffer. You can't afford to suffer. Don't do it. Don't feel condemned. No, I am such a useless fellow. You are not a useless fellow. Your body may be flawed. Your actions may be flawed. Your thoughts may be wrong. But you are absolutely flawless. In which part of the universe you can get these statements? This is tradition. Upanishads, amazing human tradition. So beautiful. By condemning somebody, you don't feel superior. By elevating him to your own status, you feel great. I am infinity, he is also infinity. No way less. Equals and not masters and slaves. Na gurur naiva sishya chidanandaruva shivoham shivo. How much sir? Vilasanti mahabhogehi vishanti girigavara. So ask yourself, can you go through that changes? From the highest to the lowest. From the best to the worst. From the total honor to total dishonor. From total adoration to total condemnation. Acceptance to rejection. Fantastic. Why? Other people's acceptance does not make me to accept myself. Other people's rejection doesn't make me to reject myself. Who I am is who I am. Absolute. Nirasta kalpana dhira abadha mukta baddhaya. Inner language. Nirasta kalpana. There are no imaginations. There are no imagined restrictions. There are no fixed ideas that this is how it will be. The whole creation, friends, do not wait for our fixated thoughts. This is how it should be. The weather should be exact like that. You think that is how the weather will be? Huh? This man should always behave like this. She should always smile. Or he should be like this. He should not be angry. God, why do you feel so frustratingly frustrated? Because of your expectations, not because how they are behaving. The weather is behaving in a particular way. That is the weather. Unpredictable. Yesterday I was telling you, it is true for every human being. Every person, one time or other, 1,000 times they may say in their life, I never expected from that small hut I shall come into this palace. Or I never expected from that palace I'll fall into this hutment. I never expected from that total lack of education I'll be so highly educated. I never expected when I joined as a school teacher that one day I shall be the Nobel Prize winner. But I never thought that I shall ever get involved in a criminal conspiracy or murder. You mean to say when Hitler was a child, we would have thought that he shall be responsible for killing, exterminating 6 million Jews? Things happen. That is why nothing surprises the wise person. In your life, one thing that happens, you are no more surprised Or everything is a surprise. Wow. Extremes, friends, fantastic. Nirasta kalpana. Since you have no fixated thought, there is no question of you are being disappointed or ecstatic. Because this is what I think. Happens? Wow. Doesn't happen? Ooh. No, you are always happy with yourself. So whatever happens, fantastic. Avadha mukta buddhaya. Mukta buddhi. Mukta buddhaya, free. Free in themselves. No more bound by a role, bound by a thought, bound by a concept, an idea of any kind. Therefore, avadha, unrestricted is their existence. But that should be, as it is, fine. Do you want to have another body? That's enough. Don't eat body, not necessary. Go to that place? Okay. But don't go to that place. All right. Have these things? Yes. But you can't have it. Okay. You are allowed to live for 100 years, right? But maybe today you shall go, there will be a heart attack, you will be dead. Fine. Because my existence is independent of the existence of the body. Who I am is independent of any thought, any role, any kind. Please see this beauty. That is why your ecstasy is, you can't believe it. Unbelievable freedom. Average person cannot even take it. Cannot take it, can't imagine it. It will come little later. Okay, just read through. Abadha mukta buddha. So keep them in a prison cell, they shall make it a meditation chamber. The ignorant person, you put him in a meditation chamber, he will feel restricted. What am I doing here in this world? All beautiful, nice things. Oh, I should want to go home, go out. Meditation room. The ignorant will feel restricted in the meditation room. The wise person to meditate, where should he be? Wherever he is. Close the eyes, excellent. Open the eyes, excellent. What? This body itself is meditation chamber. Because you are in meditation and the body itself is the chamber. The thought itself is like that. The body must go into another room for meditation? You must be joking. As seen, tasted, touched, smelled, smelling, touching, tasting, doing everything in meditation. Shall I smell a particular smell for meditation? A particular touch, a particular taste, a particular sound? You understand? Every thought is meditation. No, I shall initiate you into a particular thought. Conditions apply. $1,000 for one word. Right? This sound, this touch. When I am the meditation, which room I shall look for? What conditions I shall look for? Early morning, midnight, midday, healthy body, unhealthy body, soft bed, hard surface. No one, deer must be killed for me to be in meditation. Because deer skin only I should meditate. Tiger must be killed for meditation. What? If you sit on the tiger skin, you will be Raja. If you sit on the wooden plate, you will be poor. So, you understand, people talk about those things. Fine, fine, fine. Enjoy the beauty of the foolishness. But for your meditation, don't cut a tree to being a patta, one plank. Neither kill an animal to get one root, what is that? One hide. Or, nobody must talk here. I am in meditation. Nobody must talk here. Why don't you stop meditating? That will be far better. Think. For me to be in meditation, whole world must come under restriction. Abadha, unrestricted, unbounded ecstasy. Nothing touches it. Nothing affects it. It touches everything. Read. Such a person. Shrotriyam devatam tirtham Anganam bhupatim priyam Drushtva sampujya dhirasya Nakvapi rudivasana Bhrutyai putrei kalatraischa Dahutraischapi gotrajaihi Bihasya dhikrutyo yogi Nayati vikrutim manak Bhrutyai putrei kalatraischa Dahutraischapi gotrajaihi Bihasya dhikruto yogi Nayati vikrutim manak. These verses, it must be like graffitis around the world. You can't believe these verses, just listen. Okay. Shrotriyam, Devatam, Tirtham, Anganam, Bhupatim, Priyam, Drushtva, Sampujya, Dhirasya Hrudi Nakwapi Vasana. Dhira, the one who is wise person, one is aware of himself. He is with everybody, comes across everything in life. Now, he comes across as Shrotriya. Shrotriya means one who is well versed in scripture, very learned. Devata, maybe God. Call it a statue or a form or even a godly person. Tirtham goes to a holy place. Angana, a beautiful damsel, woman. Bhupati, a king, very powerful person, a man. Priyam, very dear, man or woman. Drushtva, Sampujya, he sees them. Sampujya, maybe somebody, like you go to Devata, worships them. Drushtva, seeing, meeting appropriately, visiting the holy place, appreciating a learned scholar, worshipping the deity, appreciating Angana, a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, a handsome man, Bhupati, coming in touch with, respecting great king, Priyam, also loving, respecting, Priya, near and dear ones. Doing all these things, Kwapi Rudina Vasana, there is no more a little pang in the heart that I should be like this, or I should have it, or I should not have it. That is the secret. You are with everything. You are with everybody. You don't want to be like them. Why? Because who you are is so interesting, you don't want to be other than who you are. You appreciate. Like Bhagavad Gita, he says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Suni Chaiva Sopakecha Pandita Samadarshina. This person, Panditaha, Panda, Brahma Vidya Asyasti Panditaha, one who is aware of himself, Samadarshina, sees same thing everywhere, appreciates same thing everywhere. What is that he sees same thing everywhere? Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Brahmana. He comes across an individual who is very well learned, totally humble. Amazing combination. Tremendous wisdom, total humility. Very powerful, yet very humble. Very rare combination. His arrogance comes, doesn't a dime. Everybody is arrogant. The fellow has nothing, he is arrogant. So what, I have nothing. Arrogance comes plenty in this world. Humility, very rare. And especially when there is achievement and humility, very, very rare. False humility is as pervasive as the arrogance. But genuine humility, I have a reason to be proud, but I am not. I have risen to exclusive, yet I am all inclusive. Such people. You see them. What shall I be? As I am is beautiful. Devatam drishtva, you worship the God. Tirtha, you visit a place. Angana, a lovely man or woman, you appreciate them as they are. Bhupati, seeing the powerful king or such persons. Priyam, people who were dear to you. Drishtva, there is no more any desire either to be with them or to get rid of them. To be with that or to dismiss that. I should be only in a holy place. There is no such desire. Why? Sarvam Jagadeva Nandanavanam Sarvevi Kalpadruma. The whole universe is Nandanavana, is the garden of paradise. Samastavari Gangavari Nivaha. Every drop of water in the universe is Ganges water, meaning holy. Every place is holy, every drop of water is holy. Why? One whose mind is revels in the Brahman, the Absolute, for them, every place is holy, every person is holy, there is nothing other than. So, which place I should be? Anywhere is enough. Yet, why not go to Tirthasthanam? Every place is beautiful. If every place is beautiful, why are you going anywhere? Since every place is beautiful, why can't I go everywhere? It's not for logic. You don't live for others. You see for yourself clearly. Yes, if it so happens you have to live for others, somebody says, no, restricted, you better, be in that house. Okay. Don't be in that house. Okay. Hey, listen. Restriction doesn't come from the, please appreciate. Your body can be in a restricted place. Your mind roams in unrestricted pervasiveness of the universe. Restrict my mind. Restrict the wisdom. Going from one country to another country, you can't take gold, you can't take money, you cannot take certain books, right? Censor my thought. Are you getting that point, please? Unrestricted. As much comfortable in a place, that much comfortable in every place. As much comfortable with a person, that much comfortable with every person. There is no Hrudina Vasana Vidyade. In the heart, there is no expectation that only these should be there or that should not be there. There is no such thing. Conditions do not apply. I am happy. No conditions apply. I am in love. I am the love. No conditions apply. To be me as me, what conditions apply? To be the body, what conditions apply? But to swim, conditions apply. To climb the mountain, conditions apply. Heart condition, leg condition, all these things. But to be the body? To be me, what conditions apply? But to be a governor, conditions apply. To be a president, to be a millionaire, conditions apply. When you are 15-year-old, youth club. Now when you are 40-year-old, not allowed there. 80-year-old, senior citizens club. 15 fellow is not allowed, or you cannot come, you are not allowed into that club. Why? Those are restricted areas. World will be like that. Whereas in you, unrestricted. Comfortable with childhood, youth, old age. Here, there, everywhere. This person, that person, this situation, that situation. Everything is fine. Because I am fine. I am with myself. Anand myself. Goes down to the next line. Underline it. For the people in the world, this is the line. Bhrutyaihi, putraihi, kalatreischa, dahutreischa api gotrajaihi, bihasya dhikruto yogi, nayati vikruti manak. Yogi, this yogi, one who is reveling in himself. Yoga. Yogi here does not mean one who is twisting his leg. Not that. Here the yoga means, what is yoga? Yoga is so many definitions, millions of definitions. In Bhagavad Gita, when it comes to the yoga definition, it doesn't come in the definition as in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. There when you say yoga person, usually, yogi means a person who knows yoga. And what is that yoga? If you say asana is the yoga, so you call them yogi. But that is not, that person is doing some asanas. If you want to make a funny word, asani, not a yogi. The person does asanas, but it's not a yogi. The yogi is one, as in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, same thing in Bhagavad Gita, not a difference at all. What is that Patanjali Yoga says? One who is abiding in himself. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha tada drashtu suswarupa avasthanam. When the person abides in himself, when there is no vritti whatsoever, but the person abides in himself. So abiding in yourself makes you a yogi, not only removing the thought. Abiding in yourself, such a yogi. That is why Bhagavan says, Tam vidya dukkha samyoga viyoga yoga sangitam. Hey Arjuna, know as the yoga is something where there is yoga, tam vidya dukkha samyoga viyoga. Associating with the sorrow is the pain, is the misery in life. Dissociating yourself from the association with the sorrow is yoga. So yoga is more a dissociation than an association. Okay. You can also change the word. Associating yourself and dissociating with something. Boy, call it. Then don't get lost in semantics. Ultimately, yogi means one who is aware of himself. That person. Yogi, what happens to him? Vikrutim manakna yati. Even a little bit of, listen, even a little bit of a whisper doesn't pass through his head. When? While interacting with the people. What are people? Bhrutya, Putra, Kalatra, husband, wife, children, all these things. From that you can imagine. So, unmarried people are only wise men, right? Yogi, it doesn't matter whether they're married, not married, divorced, those languages doesn't exist those days. But anyway, married, much married, divorced, unmarried, it doesn't matter. You are relating to people. Anybody, listen, anybody can be or is himself. Everybody cannot be engineer, everybody cannot be doctor, everybody cannot be an astrologer, everybody can't be an astronomer, everybody can't be an astronaut. Everybody can't be an Olympic gold medalist, everybody cannot be a singer, dancer, music, But everybody can be himself, right or wrong? That is the beauty. Everybody cannot be everything. Everybody can dance, everybody can sing, everybody can play, everybody cannot climb a mountain, everybody cannot do everything, but everybody can be themselves. You understand? The socialism of the highest order. Everybody can be themselves. So it doesn't matter whether married or not married. And when you are living in a world, these things will happen. Bhrutyaihi, putraihi, kalatreihi, dohutraihi, gotrajayi, bhyasya dhikruta. When you are living in this world, it may so happen, your vrutya, your servants shall be totally disrespectful towards you. Vrutyascha uttaradayaka. A servant who retorts. Whatever you say, he retorts. Nothing more painful than that. Vrutyascha uttaradayaka. I employed him to serve you. Now when you say do this, he says, who do you think I am? You are killed inside. Now he says, when you are a yogi, vikrutim manakyati. even a whisper doesn't come, you feel disrespected. You smile. See the worst possible situations, like human situations. Putrehi api vihasya dhikrutva. Vihasya means your son. Doesn't mean daughter is not there, huh? Your child. Your son or daughter, your children. Vihasya, they laugh at you. Dhikrutya, they hate you. Uncompromisingly disrespect you. Manak vikrutim na yati. It doesn't matter. Why? You are aware of this. When shall you get affected? When you consider yourself as a master, the servant will be put pins and needles into your heart. When you are not the master, let him speak. I am the truth. Master is alone. If I listen to him and get affected, have I not made him my master? Who is servant now? Listen carefully. You shall enjoy this, but you shall suffer your life all the time. Is it practical that a servant must talk like that? Are you not the servant of your habit? Servant of your expectation? A slave of your expectation? That is how a servant must behave? He is also a servant, he is also a human being. Sometimes the person in him comes up and doesn't like to be a servant. Respect. If you are also a human being and you touch in that level, he shall be a good servant because you are a noble master. No, I shall be crazy, but everybody shall respect me. Doesn't work. Putrehi api bihasya, just look at the language. Bihasya means somebody laughing at you. When your own children laugh at you, it is like what? Pins and needles. Dhikrutya, and they hate you. You are not a person. See the other person's father and mother, how much money they are giving. You have nothing. Don't say that I did not study. You don't have enough money to give donation for me to go to college. You are dead. Think of it. Nowadays children do that. You tell me study. You yourself did not study. What happened to me? If you could not manage me, why did you bring me to this world? Finished you are. You are killed inside. Chutney. Your little ego gets, you understand, pulverized. That is the time you understand? When you get affected, you have handed over the victory to the person who is speaking. How can you talk like that? You are a servant. Do you know? Yeah, I know, Poda. The more you want respect, the more disrespect they will give you. That is how the auto driver collects the fare from the passengers. They'll use the dirtiest language so that you run away from it. That is the time you forget who you are. Suppose you remember yourself who you are. What do you say? Passenger talking with the other person. Just see the list. It is not ending, eh? Bhrutya, servant, putra. So because if you call, Bhrutya means what? To whomever you consider subordinate. That's an insubordination. The language comes in English. Insubordination. You are a subordinate, but you refuse to be a subordinate. Now you pick up a word. And what happens? That is the time you should see these managing directors. You see the people who are in the high places. Oh boy, you want them to be destroyed? That is where you shall see the subordinates retorting or talking back. Ooh. Families are destroyed, world is destroyed, society is destroyed, your personal lives are destroyed. Why? You could not take that. Kalatraisya, your husband or wife. The vihasya, what type of man you are? I made a mistake to marry a woman like you. Beautiful compliment. Dikrutya. Look at so many husbands, how much they are giving to their wives. Look at so many wives, how they are serving their husband. When you are comparing, what are you doing? In contrast, you are a moron. You are stupid. Beautiful. This will happen in life. This can come. To whom you have loved, he shall hate you the most. If you have put that little something, that love, in the high pedestal, the loved one, when he starts hitting you, your world collapses from under your feet. Na vikruti miyati manak. The person doesn't think even a little bit of it. Dahvitra is chapi. Dahvitra. Duhita is daughter. Dahvitra, daughter's children. Not only daughters can offend you, son can offend you, but even the grandchildren also can offend you, grandly. His grandfather is a rascal. Why? He is going to die, but holding everything on his hand. Won't give you any paisa. You understand? The children, grandchildren, strange. Why have they not talked about strangers? Because strangers talking something mean nothing to you. Think. Why are they strangers? Because you have not associated any role with them. Listen carefully. Why somebody is a stranger? The day you associate a role with the person, you are no more a stranger. Until now, she was a girl, he was a boy. I associated with him or her, husband, wife. Finished. Lover, beloved. Friend, enemy. Strangers? There are 7 billion people in this world. Only 7 people matter to you. One or two. And that one or two can create holes in your heart. Dahitra Chavi Gotra Jahi are your relatives. My father, my father's brother, my husband's brother, my wife's children, even sisters, friends, in-laws, outlaws. Think of it. All these. Bihasya, they laugh at you. You can be a teacher, a professor, a student, guru, shishya. Does it can happen? It happens in every time in life. There is a verse those days in Sanskrit. Labdhaputra patim dveshti labdhadara dveshti mataram labdhavidya gurum dveshti dveshti moolam idam jagat. This is a verse, you can put it in your head. Dveshti moolam idam jagat. The whole creation is nothing but dveshti. Dveshti means insubordination, hatred, disrespect. Always, everywhere it is there. How? Labdhaputra patim dveshti. When a woman gets her child, patim dveshti, it doesn't care for her husband that much, as much he cares for her child. Because attention naturally goes to the child more and more, and the process, that man may feel neglected and the person may not have that much of time. That is, sometimes parents become jealous of the, father becomes jealous of the child. Like somebody worships God. So you worship God, the person will be jealous of that God. Why are you worshipping him? That is more important. Like football widow. The fellow loves the football, so the woman runs away because she is complaining. You love his, he's married to football. Computer widow nowadays. The fellow is always the computer, cell phone widow. The person is married to this, so the other person run away from them. Labdhadaram Dvashti Mataram. The man adores his mother. Labdhadaram, he gets his wife, mother is neglected. The wife gets a child, husband is neglected. Every person is neglected. Labdha Vidya Gurum Dvashti. A student, a disciple, when he gets the knowledge, now he thinks the teacher doesn't know anything. He speaks, but not like me. He teaches, but the way he doesn't. The fellow is like you are nothing. The person give you 1,000 rupees as your capital, and from that you made your business. The person who helped you is nobody. Poor man. Yes, that poor man, had he not given you 1,000 rupees, you won't be rich man now. Everybody forgets. Children forgets that the parents, had they not dedicated their life. Everybody. Dvashti moolam idam jagat. That is why you better understand yourself, who you are, and don't expect expect respect, love, affection, adoration, all these things from everybody. If you do, vikrutim yati, you shall be miserable for the rest of your life. Your husband will not love you, your wife will neglect you, your servants will retort, your subordinates will be insubordinate, your daughters, your sons can be disrespectful, your students, your disciples, your friends can be totally, because each one lives his own life. And when you, all these are role plays, combinations. Therefore, if you are married, wedded, stuck on a role, you shall feel pulverized and destroyed. When you are with yourself, Manak Bikrutim na yati. Even a little bit of whispering doesn't come in the mind. Why? Listen. Just listen. Hey, you're stupid. Yes. There's nobody, no greater idiot than you. Yeah. Why? He's talking about somebody, no, not about me. Why? Ahamatma. Sarvabhuta Sahasthita, I am the self in all the beings. Listen carefully. Please remember, friends, you can say, you are a rascal, you stole this, you take away this money, and you say you are the Brahman, the Absolute. You are a thief. How the wise man will function? Okay. The thief. According to the law, put me whatever, if it has to be done back, given back, it is fine. You don't hide behind it. Listen carefully. Remember, your body is dying. What is the worst punishment you can get in life? Your death of the body. That's a capital punishment. The death of the body. When the death of the body, one day it will come. Whether it is a little bit disease or it is death, it doesn't create any whisper inside you. Same way. When somebody a little disrespect or try to completely disrespect you, it doesn't matter anymore. Why? Who I am, being imperishable, a little disease of the body or the death of the body, it doesn't matter. You have to survive in this universe. Shall you commit suicide just because somebody said you are a thief? Commit suicide? Will you encourage? Think. How many people commit suicide? Because somebody is something, you tell something about somebody, you tell a child something wrong, you are useless, but you failed in the examination, commit suicide. The girl looks at another boy, the boy commits a suicide. The boy looks at another girl, the girl commits suicide. How many people commit suicide? They could not pay the farmers, suicide. How many people? You feel grieved, you feel blamed, you feel disrespected, you commit suicide. That means what? You are succumbing to the other person's targeting you. Can you be yourself who you are? Everybody is worried, nobody must commit suicide. Why does person get affected? Because I cannot take it. This I, the individuality cannot take it. That is why individuality feels respected, disrespected, wanted, unwanted, adored, miserable. When that is not there, manag vikrutim yati na yati. Even a tiny bit of whisper doesn't come. That is why samasatro mitrecha tatha mana apamana. The person, in Bhagavad Gita it comes, but the person, satrocha mitra, the friend, enemy. Respect, disrespect in all conditions as it is. Other person's respect doesn't make you respectable, other person's disrespect doesn't make you disrespected. You are who you are. So, bihasya, ask yourself a question. If auto person talks to you, you go haywire. A conductor in the bus talks to you. You're walking in the street, somebody talks to you. And much more difficult, your husbands, your wives, your friends, your people to whom you have a value for. Even when that happens, no. Can you take it? That is the wisdom. And if it is happening, even a whisper, you have lost sight of yourself. Such people, we shall see that next verse, which is the most famous. We shall see in the next class. Read. Time is up. Finished. Read that, we shall see that. Next class. Santushtopi na santushtaha khilnopi na cha khidyate tasya saryadasham tam tam tadrusha eva janate. It's an amazing verse, we shall see next class. Such people that you are going through or not going through. How your children talk like that and you are still taking it? Impossible. You will not understand it. Why? Because whether it is children, friends, people, the whole world talks about it. Respected, you don't feel respected. Disrespected, you don't feel disrespected. Condemned, you don't feel condemned. Condoned, you don't feel condoned. Just I am. Tadrusha, Taneva, such people only understand such people. Average person cannot even appreciate. He's so much they disrespected you and still you are. I don't feel disrespected. So much they loved you and this and how do you know they loved me? They loved me or my roles? They loved me or the money? They respected you. I respected you so much. You respected me. When you don't know how to respect yourself, you can't respect anybody in the world. We shall see that next class. When you don't love yourself, you can never love others because you love others for their sake, their money's sake, their things' sake, not for their sake. Because you don't love yourself for your sake. You don't respect yourself for your sake. You want to respect all? Learn to respect yourself. Learn to love all? Learn to love yourself. Then you shall have no conditions apply. I love everybody. I am the love. Close your eyes. We shall see.